What's in with you? This is New Orleans Zoe, 504, you heard me, back in the building for today's special, a different content, you know what I'm saying? The topic today is, why do so many black women use the word preference to avoid being called out about being picky? That's the topic at hand today, you know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about women's being picky, but they use the word to avoid, you know what I'm saying? They use the word preference to avoid being picky in a relationship, out in the world, you know what I'm saying? And this, like I said, this channel is basically talking about black women's, how their fuck up has caused so many guys to leave out of their kids' life. How they kids, when their kids grow up and they get older, that the kids don't give a damn about the mother no more. This is what this channel is talking about. You feel some black women. But like I said today, you know what I'm saying, is we're gonna base our topic today about picky, that women like to say, oh, this is my preference, and if nobody like it, then I don't give a fuck about if a person like it or not. You know what I'm saying? Preference. We're gonna look at the definition, you know what I'm saying, of preference. And then we're gonna look at the definition, you hear me? Of picky. I'm gonna give you the definition of preference first. All right, this is the definition. It's a noun. Preference. A greater liking for one alternative over another, or offers. I'm going to repeat that again. A greater liking for one alternative over another or others. That's what preference is. That's what women say they use. Oh, that's my preference. I like them tall. I like them dark skinned. I like them light skinned. Oh, he have to have a big dick. He have to have a lot of money in his pocket. That's what women say they preference in. Now we're gonna go to picky. The definition of picky. This is what picky is. Very careful or too careful about choosing or accepting things. You hear me? Say this again. This is picky. You know what I'm saying? Picky. The definition of picky, right? Picky is a very careful or too careful about choosing or accepting things, right? So, when you hear black women out here in the United States and they say, hey, this is my preference, this is what I choose, they trying to avoid when guys call them picky. It's the truth. Accountability. You know what I'm saying? Accountability. Preference. Right? I just gave you the definition of preference and picky. A lot of black guys, right? If you look at a woman, if you look at different women's, black women's, each and every day, do you consider them to be picky? Or do you consider them, you hear me, to have a preference? That's what I'm trying to understand. Because when women say, hey, I like my man to be not short, I want my man to be tall. He got to have a 9-10 inch penis. He can't have a 6-7 penis. He got to have his own place, his own money, his own car, right? To me, that's not preference. I gave you the definition of preference, and I gave you a definition of picky. To me, them are what I consider to be picky. When you're choosing, hey, I want this, I want that, that's picky. That's just like when a person go to a restaurant, right? And how many black women that you see go to a restaurant and they be like, well, I don't want that. I want this. Or I don't want this nail, this type of color nail. I want this. That's picky. That's picking and choosing. Like I said, the definition says very careful or too careful about choosing or accepting things. So why is women out here trying to avoid the word picky? You know why? Because they don't want to seem like, oh, being harsh. So what they'll do is they'll say, you know what, this is my preference. This is what I want. You know what I'm saying? They'll use the word preference. Like I said, a lot of black women that are 30 and on up are using words in a dictionary to changing them around. That's what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? They're using the word preference to weed out being called picky, because you see a lot of black women out here, they're picky. The number one thing is, oh, he got to have money. He got to have to pay my bills. He got to do this for me. He got to do that for me. That's being picky. Why you can't accept what a guy can bring? That's not no preference. I told you, I gave you the definition of preference, and I gave you the definition of picky. Choosing. You know what I'm saying? So many black women out here rather choose, hey, I'd rather choose a guy that makes $20 million a year than to choose your average guy. But this is what you got to understand, right? How can you choose a guy that making $20 million if your shit ain't together? You being picky about what type of man. You don't see men going around the bitch talking about, you hear me? Oh, well, I don't want that bitch because she got about one child. She got two child. She got three child. She got four child. You got guys around this bitch, you hear me? Still fuck with females. They got kids by other dudes. 4, 5, 6 kids. 2, 3, 4 kids, you hear me? You don't see that. You don't see guys going around this bitch being picky about, hey, oh, this hoe stay on Section A. Oh, her pussy stink. Guys still mess with females like that. And it ain't about, man, guys should choose their standard. You feel what I'm saying? Right. Nah, it's just you black females out here want to be picky. And the thing about it is, there are levels, right? When it comes to getting a successful man, an average man, and a broke guy. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between that. Wealthy, average, broke. A broke guy ain't gonna give a fuck what the fuck you doing. See, this is a concept, you know what I'm saying, with black women. Black women don't want to take accountability for the shit that they do. You gotta understand, man, there's a lot of successful guys, but you gotta understand, to your mind frame, black women's, damn, I got 3 kids. Is this successful guy gonna pick me? Because guys can go around and say, you know what? Okay, she a fat motherfucker. She obesity. She overweight. She wear too much makeup. Oh, this bitch wearing wigs every day. She's not putting on her real hair. Shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Guys can be picky too, but guys choose not to. Because guys want to love for who you are. You don't see too many guys around here judging motherfucker. You don't really see that. But you see women's doing that. You see women's being picky. So ladies, black women's, we only talking about black women's because this over here is talking about black women's. This content over here is talking about black women. So black women, why are y'all so picky? Why y'all can't accept who that guy are? Why you can't accept, okay, he got a little dick? Why you can't accept, oh shit, he got average money? Why? If your shit ain't up to par, how can you be a picky woman? How? Like I said in my other content, when I talks about women that's consider themselves to be independent and really don't be independent. Because you can pay your bill don't make you independent. That's assistant. If you're paying bills, if you're paying rental agreement, if you're paying rent at an apartment, at a condo, or at a house, that is not independent. But you see so many of these women get on social media and say, hey, this is my preference. This, if a motherfucker don't like it, guys, listen to what I'm saying to you, black fellas. I don't give a fuck if you broke, average, wealth, all that shit. Listen to what I'm saying to you, black fellas. If a woman don't accept you for who you are, say fuck them. Go on about your business. There are too many women in the world for you to sit up here and chase behind one woman that are not going to give you no time of the day. She's going to be, you already know she's picky. If you stand 5'8", she consider you, oh, well, he's short. He's not on the same level I am. Or if you're making $80,000, $100,000 a year, between $80,000 to $100,000 a year, you got a lot of these black women that still ain't gonna pick you, cause they consider average guys ain't shit. Let me cut this AC on. But we gonna talk. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is reality shit over here. For all the black men that been dealing with the bullshit with black women, come on over here. I'd accept you, you heard me? I'd accept you. It's not you black guys, it's the black women's. Like I say, it's the black women's about this picky shit. Oh, he gotta have a Maserati car, or he gotta have a Scat Pack, or he gotta have this, he gotta have that. Guys, start doing the same thing that black women's doing. Start doing it. It's a double standard. Just don't be the damn fool out here. You know what I'm saying? Be picky too. If you know women's gonna be picky as well. If she has 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 kids from other guys, don't fuck with them. Cause them be the main motherfuckers that's picky. Women with kids. Women with kids. There are more single mothers out here than there are single women. And single mothers are the number one picky motherfucker. But they want to sit there and tell me something, oh, that's my preference. That's what I choose to have. That's my preference. That's not your preference. You're picky like a motherfucker. I gave you the definition. The definition clearly states, very careful or too careful about choosing or accepting things. And it's an adjective too. Picky is an adjective. So you can't sit up there and tell me, oh, my preference. No, that's not your preference. That's who you choose. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want. Like I said, there's too many women out here that's fucking up the culture of black culture. If you go back and you do your research back in the 1910s, 1920, you know what I'm saying? 1930, 1940. If a female got with this man, they ain't give a fuck how much he made, where he was working at, because a lot of guys back in that time was working in a fucking mill. It was working in farms. They were working in mills. They wasn't bringing in that much like it is now. Women's back then, they wasn't picky. They accepted who the guy was. Long as the guy loved him, long as the guy loved her and the family, that's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? But in this generation now, it's too many black women that being picky. Why? The whole world want to know, why are you black women so picky? Why are you black women trying to avoid the word picky and put your own word as in, oh, that's my preference? I want to understand, man. Because there are too much bullshit going on in the world. Too much bullshit with black women. Talk to me. All right? I want to know, why is your standard so high, but guys' standard is average? You know you can't get this man that's making $1 million a fucking year, or making $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 a year. You know you can't get him, but you still want to be picky. Hey, I want him. I know I can get him. Bruh, if you got kids, if you got child's father, ain't no guy that's making $100,000, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 a year gonna pick your ass. Guys should say the same thing. Black guys should say the same thing. Oh, that's my preference. If you fat, if you weigh over 140 pounds, that's my preference. I don't want to fuck with you. Black guys can use a lot of fucking things. You on Section A, you getting food stamp, you got too many kids, you got too many child's fathers, you don't own shit, you can't bring shit to the table. There is so much of shit that black guys can use to say the same thing, but that's my preference, but they don't. We don't do that. We don't do that. As a whole community, you know what I'm saying, black women's got to get on page with black guys, man. Stop being picky. That's not your preference. Stop using the word preference. That's what you prefer. Picky. You got to start saying that. Like I say, you see, you get on social media, you see so much of this bullshit with black women. Oh, do you think I'm supposed to be submissive? And we're going to get on that. That topic, we're going to get on that one. Yeah. There's a whole lot of topics that I have on my mind about black women that I'm going to put in all my content. You know what I'm saying? All my content. Because black women need to understand their accountability. Accountability. You know what I'm saying? Accountability. I'm gonna show you the definition of accountability, because black women don't understand that. What accountability means. Accountability. An obligation or willingness to accept responsibility or to account for one's action. Being picky, you gotta accept that shit, bro. That you're picky. That's not your preference. You gotta accept that. You gotta accept that you made the wrong decision by fucking with a guy that was already abusive. You gotta accept the fact that you're picky. It's not preference. You're picky. You gotta accept the fact that you're not independent. Oh, I could talk for days, you hear me, about black women. And this is what this channel is about. Black women. How black women are destroying the lives of their kids and destroying and lying to other people so people can get on the same page as them. No. This channel right here, oh, we ain't accepting bullshit from black women. We not. We ain't accepting no bullshit. Because over here we talks about real shit. About why so many guys are leaving the household. So why so many guys are not taking care of their kids? Because of the black women. There's more content to come, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put this shit out constantly. Every day, you hear me? Every fucking day. So y'all black women can understand what we go through. Y'all see, they only look for their side, you know what I'm saying? They only look on their side. You know what black men have to go through each and every day? We gotta fight against the government. We gotta fight against child support. We gotta fight against getting a job. We gotta fight against black women. We gotta fight against other race. Instead of black women getting on the same page like it was back in the day, they not. Because they only focusing on themselves. Being picky. They are showing the white people that, hey man, we don't give a fuck about our own kind. That's black women. That is what black women are doing when they disrespect black guys in public. White people look at them like, damn, why the fuck she doing that to him? Oh, we gonna talk. On this channel right here, you hear me? We gonna talk about black women. Every one of my content is about black women. How y'all selfish in a relationship. How y'all picky when it comes to a man, a suitable man. Y'all want this, y'all want that. Knowing damn well you can't get it. You gonna have to settle for what you settle for. If you got kids by different child's father, you got to work that shit out. Because ain't no other guy that's single with no kids is gonna deal with you and you got kids. No. Like I said before, guys, that's your preference. If you want to deal with women with kids, that's your preference. Don't call us picky. Don't call black guys picky when we don't want to deal with your bullshit. When we don't want to deal with the attitude y'all bring. That's why so many black guys say fuck it and just fuck on you and go about their business. It's y'all. It's not us. It's not us black guys in the United States. It's y'all. You see the white family, they stick together. Spanish family stick together. Asian family stick together. Caribbean people, you heard me? They stick together. He's only black American. Women that say, fuck black American mans. I'm gonna do my own fucking thing, you hear me? We're gonna talk about all this shit, man. I want y'all to understand, man. I want y'all to understand and see for yourself how black women show their ass. How they dog us out. Picky. A black woman will destroy black guys to make themselves feel better. But soon they get with a white guy, Asian guy, Spanish guy, guess what happened? You don't see them talk shit about them? Hell no. Why? Why? Tell me that. Why would you degrade your own kind but put your non-racial counterpart up above black men? And we done did way more shit than white guys, Asian guys, Spanish guys have did in the world. Why? What, in the United States? Why? In the world too, but we talking about United States. Why? Why black women? Why? Being picky. is a bad thing, you know what I'm saying? It's a bad fucking thing, you hear me? Because that's basically not going to help you out. Because you pick a nigga because he got big rims, it's not going to help you out, because at the end of the day, if you met him and he had so many bitches, you think that he's going to come in your life and change? No, he's not going to do that. But that's y'all fault. Y'all want to sit up here and say, hey, man, listen, this is my preference. That's not your preference. You're just picky. You picky about a relationship. You picky about certain type of man. Oh, I want to know if he can pay my bills. I'm going to pick him because I think he can pay my bills. I'm going to pick him because I think that he can give me a Birkin bag or Chanel bag. Oh, I'm going to pick him because, oh, he got big rims. He got a little bit of money in his pocket. That's why I'm going to pick him. That's why you see so much on social media. You see a lot of black women say, oh, they'll pick a guy that's a scammer and a drug dealer. Then they'll pick a guy that works at McDonald's, Taco Bell, fast food restaurant. Guys, stop falling into the trap of black women. Like I said in my other content, they deceivers anyway. So why be deceived? Why be deceived because you see a fat ass booty? Like I said before, I done lived in 58 different countries. There are natural females in other countries that got fatter booty than black women. We're gonna talk too about that. How black women are doing what white women used to do way back in the 80s and 90s. Getting fake ass booties, fake ass Botox lips, makeup. We're gonna talk about all that shit, man. This is reality over here, you hear me? This is a reality channel right here. The real shit, you dig? Real shit from a real guy that done seen so much of shit from black women. We're gonna talk, baby. Women, stop being picky, man. It's the truth. Stop being picky. You ain't gonna get what you pick on. You're gonna get the opposite. You think it's all gravy, you hear me, because you pick him. Because he got this and he got that. That's stupid mind frame right there. You know what I'm saying? That's a stupid mind frame like a motherfucker. But like I said, man, every content we're going to put out on this channel is about black women. How black women are destroying. Like I said before, you hear me? I don't give a fuck if a motherfucker sit up there and say, oh, well, he bashing black women. I don't give a fuck about none of that. You hear me? Because guess what? Black women is bashing black men every day. Every day. And y'all don't say nothing about that, black women. Y'all don't stand up for black men. Y'all only stand up when it's irrelevant. Y'all only stand up when black man, like I said before, is getting killed, shot by the government. That's the only time y'all will stand up for black men. But if none of that shit happening, y'all wouldn't give two fucks about black men. So guess what? I'm not going to give two fucks about black women until y'all start realizing that y'all need a man. When y'all start realizing that, stop being picky because you see him with a fancy car. Do you know how many women's behind him? Do you know that? Women with kids. Do you know that? Black women with kids. Do you know that there are 20,000, 40, 50,000 other women that are chasing behind him? So what makes sense for him to pick you, and you got all these fucking kids and all these kids' fathers from a woman that is single with no kids, that's not gonna bring no fucking attitude. Because like I said, it's only 13 on up black women with kids that are picky, selfish, only worrying about themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is the real shit over here, man. Ain't gonna be no bullshit. This is real live shit, you dig? Every day. This is a everyday, you know what I'm saying? Content. Use your mind, black women. Understand why black guys are running out of the household. Don't sit up there and say, oh, I was a good woman. No, you wasn't a good woman, because guess what? A real man wouldn't leave. If you were so much of a good woman, a real man wouldn't leave. Understand that. You know what I'm saying? Understand that. Let's get these black community back together. You know what I'm saying? Black women, start listening sometime. Start listening. If you listen to a man, you'll get better off. The community will be way better if black women start listening, stop being picky. Coming from your boy, New Orleans 0504, you hear me? To the meat show every day, you hear me? This channel right here gonna talk about black women. And like I said, rest in peace, Kevin Samuel. Every time I get off my show, it's rest in peace, Kevin Samuel. I'm gonna keep a legacy going. Other black men ain't gonna step up, you hear me? But this New Orleans Haitian nigga right here, I'm gonna step up. Because it's black women, the reason why shit is being destroyed. It's the reason why kids are growing up without a father because of a black woman. It's every day, man. Holla at your boy. New Orleans 0504. Peace.